Yeah.
You want to like him, but you can't.
Are you listening?
What?
Are you listening?
Did you bring me on this show to insult me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't want it with us, man. We straight gangsters over here.
Straight
man.
gangsters. Yeah. Good morning and welcome back. That is right. You are listening to Scout Team Radio. We bring it to you hot and live each and every morning, Monday through Friday, right here on 12 Ounce Sports Radio. I am one of your favorite hosts. They call me Loudbeard.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
Yes, all of that is true. And the man on the other microphone, you know him as...
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is your boy Chris America coming to you live this Friday, August the 16th? Is it the 16th?
I don't know, is it?
Aww.
I put a little soundtrack on for you.
I see that. I was kind of waiting for the, what is her name? The Happy Birthday, Mr. President, Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, you want her jumping out of the cake?
Oh, please. Dead and all.
Oh, boy. That's
Too
gross.
soon? Too soon?
It's very, very much too soon.
Too soon for Marilyn Monroe jokes?
Yeah.
Okay. It's my birthday here on 12ouncesportsradio.com, where you can catch me on my birthday or any day between Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Ooh, Loudbeard.
Yeah, you feeling old, aren't you?
I do feel old. I feel old enough for Conor McGregor to punch me, or actually, sorry, to sucker punch me in the face.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, if you were to say something bad about his vodka, you would
Yes,
deserve
well,
it.
his whiskey.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant. You know,
Yeah.
same thing.
This Irish whiskey is garbage. Wait till you look away, punch to the face. Did you see the video?
I didn't watch the video. It's pretty bad, though, right?
It is bad, mostly because it was a sucker punch. The dude is looking at Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor sits there and waits, and then as the guy moves his head away from Conor to look toward, as the guy is sitting at the bar, and Conor McGregor is kind of standing to his left and a little bit behind him because he's not at the bar like the guy is. There's a guy sitting next to him, so he's kind of in that when you kind of stand in that awkward between people, but you're not all up in their grill either. And as the guy looks forward towards the bartender or towards the TV at the bar, that's when Conor McGregor decides, okay, now it's safe for me to punch this old man.
You know, a fighter's always going to be a fighter. That's the problem.
Is that really being a fighter, or is that being a douchebag?
Well, it's definitely being a douchebag.
Yes.
But that's
I
not
don't think
being able to control yourself.
Punching somebody. No, he controlled himself until the guy looked away. He waited until that guy looked away from him, which means Conor McGregor was scared to fight this man face to face.
You really think that, though? I don't think he was scared to fight
What
him.
other reason is there for it? What other reason is there for it other than just being a douchebag?
Maybe he just dislikes old men.
I think you got to watch the video, man, before you pass your judgment on this, because I'll go ahead and I'll try and find it on Twitter for you, or I can send it to your phone because it's on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah,
well, I'm sure TMZ probably has it.
Here's the deal. I'm not going to defend Conor McGregor. He's a douchebag. I got that part. I could try to come up with reasons why, but there's no justifying anything that he did. It's just going to happen. I'm just saying, as a fighter, you become that point where you always think it has to end in a fight. Now, with a guy looking away and then getting punched, that's taking it to the next level that it doesn't really need to go to. But I just am saying that Conor McGregor is a fighter, so he's always going to resort to throwing punches instead of talking it out like a real man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
It's just the sucker punch makes me. if he would have just punched the guy face to face, it still would have been a douchebag move. But you sucker punched him. Like, why? I don't understand. Makes no sense, Loudbeard. All right, I got one for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to find the one that's where it's like shows you close up to where you can see this all go down.
Okay. Well, while you're getting that over to me, I do have to say, last night, Mike Berlon, he lived up to his fire and ice challenge, but I don't know that it was quite living up to it. So we have a video here. I want to go ahead and play it. It's kind of low. Can you hear that?
A special middle finger to Scout
A little bit,
Radio for pushing this and making this happen, because I could have gotten away without doing anything, but they had to really push for, no, if they tie, then they both have to do it. So thank you, Chris America. Thank you, Loudbeard.
You're welcome.
Yes, because nobody
they didn't
likes
have any
ties.
regular Smirnoff Ice at the liquor store, but this actually works out pretty well. Blue and orange for FC Cincinnati. The penalty was garbage. FC Cincinnati should have won this game. I'm terrible at chugging. Cheers, Jenny.
He's chugging a blue Smirnoff Ice as we speak, and it's beautiful. He's struggling hard right now. That's what she said. I think he just spit it all out on the ground, and everybody's laughing at him. And he just took a tiny sip of a giant Fireball bottle. Worst
Yeah, that
payoff
part
on a
wasn't
bet
impressive.
ever.
Now, I did say that it was impressive, but mostly because he chugged a lot of that blue
Yeah,
Smirnoff Ice. I
that
could
part
not
is
chug
impressive.
that stuff.
No.
Because I think regular Smirnoff Ice is bad. For some reason, I feel like the blue one's even worse.
Yeah, I've never tried the blue one, but just it being blue makes it look like it's I don't know, like Gatorade Frost, but gross. I don't know how to describe it. It's probably a sugary mess. You're drinking it. You're getting a sugar rush as you're
it's
drinking
definitely a sugary mess.
Oh, your stomach afterwards is tore up. Anyway, good for him for paying off his bet. Yeah, he gave us props in there for encouraging this bet, which I'm good with that because I think we did encourage it a little bit.
Oh, we a little bit encouragement. No, we instigated this thing, and it was beautiful.
Okay, use potato.
And I can't believe
encouraged,
that
instigated.
punk Mike Berlon wants out of a bet because of a tie. No, like that makes it worse. If you don't want to lose a bet on a tie, then don't bet on sports that can end in ties, especially one that is synonymous for ending in ties.
So hey, you know how on Facebook you get updates when it's people's birthdays?
Yeah.
So my wife just sent me a text. Hey, just in case, remember it's Chris's birthday today. So I guarantee she's on Facebook and probably got the reminder that it was your birthday.
She
So,
did.
no, yeah,
She did already. She did already post on my timeline.
Oh, did she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's all over that. That's her thing.
But it might have been. It's obviously probably easier for her to remember my birthday since it's the day before her birthday.
Yes. That makes
It's
it a
always
lot
easier to remember that way.
Yeah. My roommate in college, his birthday is the 17th of October, and mine's the 14th of October. So we were always like really good about reminding each other or saying happy birthday to each other. Like, I can remember your birthday. It's 3 days apart. That's no big deal. So when you have someone's birthday right around yours, so much easier.
Yeah, of course. You always remember those around you because you're like, oh, so you're the guy that's going to be taking attention away from me? I got to celebrate my birthday, and then I got to turn around and celebrate your birthday?
Yep. Yeah. And, you know,
That was almost Little America. Little America was almost born on this day. His mom was preeclamptic, and I don't have time to explain what that is. You can just look that up if you're wondering what preeclampsia is. And so she was in the hospital on August 16th, possibly getting induced. They were monitoring her, and then lucked out. He wasn't born until 13 days later, and I said, okay, we've distanced ourselves from my birthday a little bit. You can be born now, little boy.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. My dad's birthday is October 10th, so his is 4 days before mine. So got a couple October
that's the
birthdays.
worst,
Yeah.
man. There's nobody that's going to suck attention away from your birthday like your own child.
Oh man. Now I will say this is a shameful moment in my life here. I'm going to admit it. So there was one year that I forgot my mom's birthday, like forgot to call her. and her birthday is on September 10th. So on September 10th, 2001.
Are you serious? I was gonna say no. Don't say it.
Yes, I forgot to call. So on September
You're the reason
11th,
why America got attacked.
On September 11th, yeah, to say my mom was upset was more than an understatement. Not only did I forget her birthday, but we were being under attack as Americans. I will never forget that day. I mean, nobody will because it's a day in infamy and it's a bad day. But yeah, I have never ever forgotten my mom's birthday since then. You know, that's how I remember birthdays. I need some sort of like mnemonic system. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, so it's not going to be me forgetting September 10th ever again. Okay, I can remember that because it's the day before September 11th. Okay, Chris America, I can remember your birthday because it's the day before my wife's birthday. Then I can remember my wife's birthday because it's the day after your birthday. And then I can remember my birthday because it's 4 days after my... See, I got this system. That's all I do. Or I could just look on Facebook.
Just look on Facebook.
It's easier, isn't it?
And I hate the months where like everybody on your Facebook list was born in that month. And so you're constantly just like, all right, happy birthday, happy birthday. And I've become a little bit more selective. Like if we don't talk all the time, I'm not wishing you happy birthday. Sorry. Is that rude of me?
Yeah, no, it's not rude of you. So I've taken a different approach. I may end up being on the list with Conor McGregor as biggest douchebags in the world, but I don't do the Facebook happy birthday thing. I mean, maybe if it's like my sister or like it's got to be someone close that, yeah, I would do that for. But because there's so many birthdays that pop up, not that I have that many friends, a couple hundred on Facebook. It's not like I'm popular or anything. But if I did it for everybody, that'd be a lot of work. And I feel like it's watered down when you just say, hey, happy birthday, person I went to high school and I haven't talked to in 15 years. Cool story, bro. You know, like, that's not my thing. I don't want to do that. I decide to not wish anybody a happy birthday. Yeah.
I actually
like
just
for
send
you,
them a message.
I played a song on the radio. That counts. I'm not going to put
I don't
it on
need you
Facebook
to post
now.
on my Facebook.
No, I have no intention of doing it. Don't worry, I'm not posting on your Facebook happy birthday. I don't care about that.
And I actually have one picture that I send basically everybody. And it's good that I don't post it on Facebook because then if I did, then everybody would see that same card and they'd see that I'm like re-gifting the same meme to everybody. So I just kind of, I just keep it private. And it feels more personal that way.
You can't come up with a new e-card or something crazy each time someone has a birthday on Facebook?
No,
you're not that creative, huh? Oh,
no. Well, because none will be as good as the one that I have, and you'll see on October 14th.
Oh,
I might have sent it to you last year. I've had it for a couple of years now.
Now, here's a good story on Twitter about happy birthdays. Somebody by the name of @MaxScoutTeam. I don't even know who this is. He must be a fanboy. He says @Loudbeard. Just say happy birthday, bro. Don't be a Kyle. Okay, that's kind of funny.
That is kind of funny.
Yep, that is.
But thank you for tuning in. This must be a new listener. @MaxScoutTeam. Never heard of him.
Fanboy. I like you, fanboy. Keep it up, man.
I'm looking at his picture right now, and I can tell that this guy totally wears banana hammocks.
Though I think he might be one of those like fake accounts because I saw another real man with the golden mic out there tweeting. So I don't know if he's the real one. Like this could just be one of those internet trolls. It's hard to tell sometimes. Can you tell?
Now see, the man with the golden mic @MaxScoutTeam, he says, don't get all sentimental, but I don't know my real dad's birthday, but the man who raised me is 6 days after mine. I think that gives that guy bonus points for choosing a child to help raise that has a birthday like that's going to suck it away from his.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's good. I
mean,
a
good guy.
Just because they're not your biological child doesn't mean they're not your child, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
now,
saying.
did you have a chance to check out that sucker punch from Conor McGregor now?
I can look at it real quick. I saw you tweeted it. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. And I did, while you're looking at that, I will tell you, I did create my own birthday card once for my friend Donald, who's a big Philadelphia fan. He's from Philly. He loves everything Philly. So on his birthday, which is December 17th, And I only know that because it's in his. It used to be in his screen name on AOL, so that was easy
that's
to
how you
remember.
remember things. Yep.
Yep, 1217 was at the end of his. Actually, 0816 is at the end of my email, just to kind of throw some numbers in there. Because somehow my real last name was already taken. I was like, what is that all about? Anyways, where was I going? Oh, so I made one with Allen Iverson, and it says, "It's Donald's birthday, and you want to talk about practice?"
That's pretty creative. I'll
Yeah.
give you that.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good card. He loved that one. And then I created another one the year before. It wasn't as strong, but it was the one where he's stepping over. Who was was it Tyronn Lue that he steps over in the
It is
finals?
Ty Lue. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, it was something like, "Get out my way! I got to get to Donald's birthday party" or something like that. It wasn't as good as the practice one, but the sentiment's still there, the effort's still there.
Yeah.
All right.
I watched this video.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's the bunch of crowd of people at a bar.
You didn't see the close-up slow-mo of him looking away and then getting punched in the face?
I didn't see the guy. Okay. I mean, a little bit. It wasn't as egregious as you made it sound, but
Oh, come on.
It's still not a good thing. I'm not. Okay. All
It's a
right.
sucker punch. I hate sucker punches, especially on an old guy. Who sucker punches an old man? And then he knows that his boys are there to like drag him away, so he doesn't have to really fight him. Just like he knew that all that security was going to be there when he's throwing dollies at buses, and he wasn't going to have to really fight anybody there.
Well, the dolly bus thing is a different story, but in this situation, Conor McGregor would have beat up that old man. Come on, don't act like
Maybe
Oh,
I don't know.
come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know anymore. The guy hasn't won a fight in 3 years.
Old man at the bar. Old man at the bar. You think old man at the bar is gonna beat up Conor McGregor?
You
Come
never know. That old man at the bar could have been like an Irish Marine or something, or part of that. What do they have? Like it's not the NRA. Is it the IRA, the Irish Republic something? Don't they have like these like rebels in Ireland that just kick ass and take names over there? Could have been one of those like retired guys. Could totally beat up Conor McGregor. Just like we see those movies where the guy comes out of retirement. We're gonna have one this year with Rambo, old man Rambo coming out of retirement.
There you go, old man Rambo. Or it's like Liam Neeson in those Taken movies, where you're like, oh, it's just some normal dad. He's he's nobody. And then he's like, I'm coming for you. And you're like, oh my God, who is this guy? He's crazy. He's able to sniff out these bad guys and kill all of them. This guy's
For all
awesome.
we know, that old man could be the Irish version of Mr. Miyagi, and he would have totally kicked Conor's ass.
Okay.
Would
Well,
you
if
fight
you bring-
Mr. Miyagi?
I would never fight Mr. Miyagi. Are you kidding me? That's
Yeah.
a death wish.
He would wax on, wax off your ass.
Okay. Nobody's waxing my ass off.
Or on.
Either way, not happening. Not a good thing.
Oh, Loudbeard.
Oh.
Big news, breaking news.
Yes.
Maybe Conor McGregor needs to listen to this. New single by Taylor Swift called Lover. It has
She's losing a little bit of her sizzle. She needs a good song.
Taylor. The headline is Taylor Swift's new single has fans in their feelings. That sounds like something that this new listener we have, Anthony Mack. It sounds like something he would say.
Yeah, he's got
Taylor
a fan
Swift's
in his
got me in my
too.
feelings.
There you go. Well, Chris America, do we even talk about it, or we're gonna do our Friday draft after the break? And Conor McGregor inspired you, didn't he?
That he did. That's what brought on this draft. We're gonna be drafting biggest douchebags in sports, and we had one of our favorite fan, David Green. He's gonna join us via Twitter on this draft. He's gonna be the second guy to come on and help us with the draft. Now, we'll still let guests choose, and then I guess you had first pick last week, so you can choose next if you want number 2 or number 3 or number 1, depending on what David Green picks. But I told him the rules were this, Loudbeard. They got to have a direct effect on sports. So it can't be like Skip Bayless or any of those guys. Like stick it to players, coaches, commissioners, owners, that kind of stuff. They have like a direct effect on sports.
Wow. there goes half my list. Skip Bayless, Colin
Skip Bayless.
Cowherd.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have those guys. But yeah, I see where I like your rules. I like your rules a lot.
Yeah.
There's plenty
I didn't know
of
if we should
douchebags
include-
that affect sports.
I didn't know if we should include agents on that list. I think that's going a little bit like that'll be too many people to decide. But they do have a direct effect on sports, I think.
Yeah, and I don't have any agents down on my list. I don't know that. I mean, we could do agents. I mean, there's really only one that I could think of that would make the list currently. But let's
Who's
just stick
that?
with athletes and coaches. I was just thinking Rich Paul. He's been in the news a lot lately.
Oh yeah, that's
A
right.
lot of people think he's a douchebag. Him and his rock sports or whatever it's called.
Now, who's the guy that represented TO that everybody thought was a douchebag? He had like that huge sports agency.
Drew
like
Rosenhaus.
Drew's Rosenhaus. Yeah, he was the one I was thinking of when I thought of agents being douchebags. I have no
Yeah,
reason why. I
He
think
would
that I just
too.
feel like that's somebody that people don't like.
Yeah, he came off as being quite douchey. So
And I also want to throw out a rule too, like no murderers. I don't want to like glorify or, let's leave murderers off the list.
okay.
So that takes away like any Florida Gator you want to throw up there.
Dang, there goes half my list.
Yep.
No murderers. Okay.
No murderers.
All right. Okay, so before we get into that, that'll be after our commercial break. We got a few minutes here, and
It's already 6:21.
I know. I have so much to go over, and I
feel
haven't
like
gone
we should've
over
just-
any of it.
Yeah, I feel like we
Any
talked
of it.
like 2 topics.
Yeah. I don't even know where to go, but this was a big story yesterday. So, with the fire and ice challenge, this could have been a bad omen. It could have been a bad omen. I don't know if you heard the news, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his family were involved with a fiery plane crash yesterday. Luckily, everybody survived, Chris America. So the fire and ice challenge can continue
Okay.
without having to worry about Dale Earnhardt passing away in a fiery plane crash on the day of the fire and ice.
So I saw somebody post a picture of Dale Earnhardt, and then it said something like, "Not today, Hillary Clinton." I didn't get it. Now I do.
Yep, that's what happened.
I was like, "Are
Yeah,
they saying he looks like Hillary Clinton?" Like I don't understand. And then now it makes total sense that I didn't realize he was in a plane crash. How
Yep.
did that go about? How did I go about my day yesterday and not realize that Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in a plane crash?
Yeah, a fiery plane crash. We got to add that on. And I don't know all the details, and I don't want to make light of it, but I believe it wasn't like, oh, we're 10,000 feet up, and then all of a sudden the engine blew up, and then we're sailing to the ground rapidly. I think it was during a takeoff or a landing where something went wrong, and then an engine caught on fire, and
I gotcha.
luckily they were able to get out. So I don't know that it was like a terrible incident, but anytime that you're in a plane and there's a fire and the word
And a
crash is involved,
Yeah.
that's not a good thing. But thankfully, Hillary Clinton was unsuccessful in her attempts of taking out Dale Earnhardt and his family.
Oh. Isn't that wild though that your dad dies in a car crash, I guess, or NASCAR crash that seemed like pretty routine, but you survived a plane crash.
Wow. There's a lot
Life
of
is weird like that, man.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. Let's see what else is going on. So, DeMarcus Cousins tears his ACL. The Lakers curse continues.
Ooh, dang. DeMarcus Cousins. He's going to be one of those guys that we look back and say, the career that could have been if it wasn't for injuries. He's had a bad, 2-3 year run?
Yeah. Now, I thought about it when that injury happened for the draft. I was thinking, well, we could always do those guys that never quite became what they could have because of injury. Now, we could save that for another draft because I'm sure there's going to be plenty of NFL players getting ACL injuries that we can do this for in the future. But how many guys out there, that have all the potential in the world and just never see it because of injuries? And DeMarcus Cousins, I think, is one of them, right? He has a bad Achilles injury, and now he's got an ACL tear. And I think of somebody like Derrick Rose, another player where all the potential in the world, and just injuries just bogged him down. So
You know who that's
hate
going to
to
be
see
for the
this.
NFL?
Who was that?
Leonard Fournette.
Could be Leonard Fournette. But
I mean, that guy's been battling injuries since college.
I'm going to throw one out at you.
Okay.
Now, Leonard Fournette is definitely a great example. But Andrew Luck, man. Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah, that's the one where you're like, you look at guys like Tom Brady. Tom Brady had one season where he had an injury, but he's basically played every other game his entire season. Peyton Manning, he played most of his season or most of his career and then had, that neck injury where he was out of the season towards the end of his career. But
hell, look at Eli Manning.
Typically quarterbacks, especially ones that are pocket passers, are typically able to keep their health up. Now, Andrew Luck does scramble a little bit. He does run a little bit more than those guys do, but he's just one of those that already has had so many injuries in his career, and hearing news of him having ankle issues and might not be ready for week 1, he's just a guy that's like a ticking time bomb. You're just waiting for that next Andrew Luck injury, and he's got so much potential, but injuries have slowed him down tremendously.
Definitely. And he fits more of the DeMarcus Cousins example, where he had a great, 3, 4, maybe 5 seasons? When did he come in? 2011 or 2012? We'll say he had a good 3 or 4 seasons, and then just that injury bug just keeps getting him. And that's what DeMarcus Cousins had. He had a good 3, 4, 5 seasons, and now he's just had one year after another with one injury after another. And we even kind of said, don't get too excited about DeMarcus Cousins rolling with this Lakers team. This guy hasn't had a good few years, and it's come back again.
You're right, man. That is always a bad thing. And you can't predict injuries, right? They're unpredictable, but some guys seem like they're able to avoid the injury plague a little bit more than others. And it's just unbelievable how some injuries can just change the outlook of a person's season, a team's season, the league season. So injuries are a big deal.
They are a big deal, and this Mac guy, this Mac Scout team, he says, "I'm ED's CEO. Where is my check street, by the way?" Man,
I don't even know what he's saying.
This new fanboy is losing it, man.
Man, he's speaking in tongues. So the XFL picks their first player. They sign on the very first XFL player. Landry Jones formerly of the Pittsburgh Steelers, is the quarterback, the very first player for the XFL. It's happening.
The Landry Jones. Yeah, he got selected at quarterback.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the guy you want to make your first signing.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking the same thing. He's a name from college, but he never really did anything in the NFL. You need a bigger name than that.
Even Oklahoma fans, if Oklahoma fans were to start naming quarterbacks they get excited about, Landry Jones probably isn't it.
You're right. Now,
they would have been much better served if they would have gotten the guy I don't like, Sam Bradford.
You're right.
Don't you
Sam
think, if they
Bradford,
said we signed Sam Bradford, that would have been a huge get for them?
But Sam Bradford demands $25 to $50 million a year.
So they have to go to the discount, double check, and get Landry Jones.
Yes. Okay, here, question for you. What if
what
first
about your boy
signing
from the
was
Redskins?
Johnny Manziel?
See, that would have been good, but he doesn't fit the mold that Vince told us he wanted to have, and that's the squeaky church choir boy look.
Now, homeboy from the
gone with
Redskins,
your
are you
boy.
talking Sanchez?
No, the other guy. Oh, man, why can't I think of him? With the Sox. The
guy
scrambling quarterback from Baylor.
Oh, RG3.
Yeah, RG3, that's it.
Oh, yeah, he would have been a good one. I think he's still backup somewhere, isn't it? Backup in the Ravens or something? I don't know.
Come on, do you want to be the Ravens backup, or do you want to play for the XFL?
I mean, I'd rather play for the XFL, but I'd rather get paid like a Ravens backup.
That's true. That's true.
Backups still get paid good.
We've been duped. I've been duped. You've been duped. America's been duped. And I'll tell you how we all got duped on the other side of the break.
Oh man.
Were you not ready? I was
Oh.
leading it on. I was kind of letting you get a chance to get ready. And
It's not that.
you
I
failed
pushed
me.
the button, but I forgot I had taken the
You
one.
unplugged it?
Yeah, unplugged it, put it on the phone so that I could play Happy Birthday
yeah,
to You.
that's right.
And I didn't Anyway, I've been duped. I duped you. You've duped me.
You duped
and we're
me.
all duped. And when we come back, there's going to be a duping.
A Duke Fest.
There we go. There we go. That feels better. If you've been listening to Scout Team Radio for a long time, you know that myself, Loudbeard, has placed a bet or two in his day. That's right, I've lost the beard bet, I lost the romper bet, but one place I don't like losing is when I bet money, and I can easily do that at MyBookie. That's right, you can go to mybookie.ag, use promo code 12OZSports, and get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. Hey, guess what? That is a lot of money. Do it.
When I'm working hard, I build up a thirst for sports. That's when I grab a cold 12-ounce sports radio. Ah, 12-ounce sports radio. Quench your sports thirst.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Patriot, Chris America, and I want you to listen every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and on replays from 11 a.m. to noon of Scout Team Sports. Listen, George Washington did not cross over the ocean blue in 1492 to defeat the Nazis, so you can listen to the same tired national clickbait sports stories. So once again, tune in to us every single morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and then we replay from 11 to noon. I will see you there, and God bless America.
Hey, what's up there, listeners? This is your friendly neighborhood Loudbeard, and I'm here to tell you that there's two type of people in the world, those that are on a podcast and those that want to be on a podcast. And if you are one of those out there that want to be on a podcast, one of the first decisions you will need to make is which podcast host you want to use. That's right. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, you need to check out Podbean. Here at Scout Team Radio, we have been using Podbean since the very beginning, and we absolutely love it. They are easy to use, and they have affordable options. Just go to podbean.com/STR. That's right, Scout Team Radio. Podbean.com/STR to get started today. What are you waiting for? It's a beautiful Friday morning, and we here at Scout Team Radio are thankful for all of our listeners out there. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening in to Scout Team Radio. He's Chris America. I'm Loud Beer. We bring it to you hot and live each and every morning, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. right here on 12-Ounce Sports Radio. We also simulcast on the Full Press Radio Network and the Barn Burner Podcast Network. We're all over the place. We are. You can't catch us live. That's okay. You can catch the podcast. You can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, anywhere you find podcasts. Just search Scout Team Radio, and you will be able to find us. You will be good to go if you do that. But try to catch us live. Just try to. And then if you want to get interactive, you can do so on Twitter. We've got a Friday Fantasy Draft coming up here next, and we're going to have a Twitter co-host on that Friday Fantasy Draft, and that's David Green. So we're excited about that. But if you want to hit us up on Twitter, it's at Scout Team Radio. We will take your tweets. We will read them live on the air. We will get interactive. We will get you involved in the show. So just hit us up, live tweet us during the live show, and we will talk about it. We have had a fanboy already tweeting in mad crazy this morning. He says, man with the golden mic, or the real man with the golden mic. He's at Max Scout Team, and he is fanboying it up. We appreciate you, listener. We appreciate you.
He actually tweeted at me directly, and he said, Eli, injuries haven't slowed him down. Yes, good as he would have been if he had none. Eli played like 200 and something games in a row before he was finally benched, and that's what ended his streak. Eli wasn't ever injured. Maybe he might have had some bumps and bruises, but he never had injuries.
Yeah, he's basically an Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like,
which was surprising when that record came up when he was being benched. You're like, oh wow, I guess Eli has played 210 games. I didn't realize he was had that kind of streak going.
I think he had like the third most games in a row, like at that point in his career.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And if you think about Tom Brady's career, if he never had that gruesome knee injury in 2008, he would have had like a ridiculous amount of games in a row.
I agree. I mean, Tom Brady is just a freak of nature. He's like hard to compare other people to Tom Brady.
Yeah. I mean,
think
he's
it's
had
the
help.
TB12
They've
method.
always had a good offensive line. They've had a good system in him, but yeah, he's still taking hits over the years.
Everybody does. Everybody does. All right, well, you ready for this draft?
The question is, we got to see David Green. Are you ready for this draft? Go ahead and tweet at us at Scout Team Radio. I almost said Scout Team America. Tweet at us. Let us know what pick you want. You have a choice of first, second, or third. This will be a snake draft. So, David, make sure you choose wisely. And while he's doing that, I'll tell you how we got duped, Loudbeard.
All right, let me hear it.
Remember how you and we had booked our flights to Nevada, and we're going to roll out to Area 51, and we're going to storm Area 51?
Yeah, I've got all the plans scheduled. Everything's good to go. Yep.
You've been practicing your Naturo run or whatever it's called?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means, but people keep saying it.
Yeah. Turns out it's going to be a music festival now. Or I feel like it's always been a music festival, and this was their way of getting us to recognize it and realize what it was. If they would have just came out and said, hey, we're going to have an alien fest in Nevada, come join us, you and I wouldn't talk about it. We wouldn't notice it. Most of America wouldn't notice it. And yeah, they instead did this whole like, hey, let's storm Area 51, guys. Who's in? Let's all do it. And then millions of us, including myself, did you actually say you were going, Loudbeard, on Facebook?
No, I didn't do it on Facebook. It's like wishing people happy birthday. I just don't do it.
Oh, I checked in on Facebook. I think you just didn't want the government to know you were coming. That's very smart.
I keep all my secrets secret.
See, I clicked going because I wanted the American government to say, he's clicking going, thinking we'll think he's not going, but then he's really going, but then maybe he's doing that to maybe he's not going. That's the kind of mental game I'm playing right now with the American government.
You really psyching them out. So
oh man, total psych out. But then I got psyched out and I got duped by this music festival.
Whoever did that is a marketing freaking genius.
They are
if it was from
genius.
the very beginning,
yes,
that's the way it is.
I mean, they basically had America know what was going on for free. Because now every news reporter that's ever like reported about this like storming of thing, they're now saying, "Oh no, wait, now it's a music festival." Every single one of them did, including myself.
So when like the crowd is chanting like encore, encore, is that when everybody says, "All right,
storm,
let's rush, storm the gates."
Raid.
Yep, that's when you do it.
Which band do you think should be playing during the raid? Like maybe some Slayer, or it definitely should not be Lil Wayne and Blink-182, right?
No. No.
Although we put on earmuffs, the guards don't know what's going on, and then they hear Lil Wayne and Blink-182. It's so awful they can't defend the base. Brilliant.
Honestly, though, I could see everybody getting a little hyped up on a little Old Town Road, getting ready to raid the base. There you go.
Oh, really? You have to
Yeah.
say that. No, I'm going to go with, if I'm getting hyped up, I'm going to go with Prodigy.
Yeah, Firestarter, huh?
Marshmallow got the alien get up.
Okay.
Oh, is he going to be Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
No.
Is that a reference I don't get?
Marshmallow's it's a singer. But
Oh.
hey, yep. It's okay. You're old, man. You remember
an old
today's
man.
your birthday. You turned old.
I did turn old.
So
And I'm
I
making
think
Prodigy references.
Yeah, this is so 90s right now. I say we go ahead and jump into this draft. David's ready. I'm
All right.
ready. You're ready. He says he wants 3.
He wants third, which is good. Which one are you going to take?
I'll take second. You could be first because I think I was first last week, right?
Well, I was first last week. But I mean, that's why you get your choice.
Oh, yeah. I already wrote my list like I was second, so I'm going to stick with it.
All right. God, this is going to be hard. Oh, biggest douchebag. I hate when I go first because then like everybody's judging me based on my pick. Like I got to find the biggest douchebag. I didn't even write down a list. I was probably going to just take Conor McGregor first. But there's so many other bigger douchebags than Conor McGregor out there. I'm gonna go with a Jerry Jones. I think everybody loves to hate Jerry Jones. Everybody loves to call Jerry Jones a douchebag. So I'm gonna go with Jerry Jones.
Okay, an interesting choice there. There's a lot of Cowboys lovers and haters out there in the world. So quality pick there. I see where you're going. You know what? I feel like I'm in the same mindset as you. But there's one owner out there that I think is hated more than Jerry Jones. And there was one night, it was a very nice cold night, and Cleveland Brown fans went to bed warm and snuggled up in their bed, knowing that their team was going to be in Cleveland. And the next morning they wake up and Art Modell, in the middle of the night, ushers their team out of Cleveland, steals them away from the city beautiful, and takes them to Baltimore. So to me, this is for you, Cleveland. Art Modell, number 1 douchebag for owners in the NFL, but also just in general, douchebag.
All right, good pick. David Green is up. I'm sitting here thinking about a lot of guys, and I get stuck on a sport. I was like, well, I can't draft that many guys from one sport. Art Modell is a good one, Loudbeard, but that one's one that I think. You think that people are going to remember that? Art Modell hasn't really done anything recently.
Cleveland fans will always remember.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I wonder if Baltimore fans like him. Let us know, Jenny of Ohio, if you're listening.
Oh, I'm sure she loves him. I'm sure she does. All right, we're waiting on David Green.
David Green, buddy, you better quick on the take, man.
He fell
I wonder
asleep.
if he has a delay.
Oh, he might have a delay. You're correct. Because he's in Spain right now.
I do like your fireball Dwight Schrute GIF that you sent to Jenny of Ohio and Mike Berlon for their fireball bet.
It's pretty good, right?
All right, here we go. All right, it just says at Scout Team Ready. He's picking blank. Or he's starting a thread, I think. I think he's trying to start a thread so that way he can just work off of that thread. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down there, David Green.
Blank Man was the worst douchebag in sports history.
Blank Man was actually a really cool superhero. I love that movie, Blank Man.
That was a great movie.
Again. Speaking of watching a movie, did I tell you I might get a 4K Ultra HD TV today for my birthday?
Really?
Yeah, one of those buy one for yourself kind of deals.
I like that.
I don't know if you ever watched Parks and Rec, but there's an episode where 2 of the characters have a day called Treat Yourself Day, and I'm going to treat myself.
I like it. My wife kind of did that for her birthday. She was ready to get a tattoo, and she wanted to do a nice pretty big arm sleeve. So she's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm buying it for myself for my birthday. I said, all right.
Nice.
You go. You do you.
All right.
You do it, playa.
Loudbeard, I feel like we missed the boat on this one. David Green sweeps in with Money Manziel. That's a great one.
That is a great one. Now, are we doing snake or are we doing regular?
Snake. So it's his pick again. We're doing snake draft.
Oh.
And did it come in?
Yeah, Roger Goodell. The biggest villain
I thought about Goodell.
all
I
of
thought
the
about
NFL.
Goodell. I thought about Goodell when I was thinking about Jerry Jones. And I said, no, people hate the Cowboys more than they hate Roger Goodell. So I went with that one.
Okay. So now it comes back to me. So I'm going to have to get on my high horse here and make a decision. Let me go ahead. Oh man, there's so many choices here, and I think a lot of mine are like '90s references too. So I'm like, are these people gonna even remember these guys? Because I feel like there's a lot of douchebags in the '90s for some reason. I'm gonna just do it. Let's just go ahead and go with T.O. To me, everybody knows Terrell Owens is a douchebag. He always was, always will be. Hated quarterbacks.
And I think his douchebaggery is still kind of around, right? I mean, he missed the entire Hall of Fame announcement. He didn't do his speech because he was being a douchebag. Wasn't that like a year or two ago?
Yeah.
That's still relevant. That's
Okay.
90s, 2000s, and today. That's actually a solid pick by you there, Loudbeard.
Thank you. Thank you.
My next one, I guess I'll go NFL, and this is a little risky pick, but you like to vote with your heart, Loudbeard, so I'm going to vote with mine. I'm going to go with Ben Roethlisberger. I've always thought Ben Roethlisberger is an overrated douchebag. His face, the way he carries himself, the way he talks, I'm retiring, I'm not retiring. And then there's that whole little incident in the bathroom several years ago that we're not going to forget, and sometimes I refer to him as Ben Raplesberger.
Yep, I've heard that name used before, and it's quality.
My next pick, I'm going to go into UFC. I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to pick our boy from earlier in the day. I might leave him out there for you or somebody else. But I'm going to go with Dana White because I've hated Dana White longer than I've hated probably most other sports figures. The guy is just a douchebag. He treats fighters like they're just pieces of trash for him, that they're just pawns in his game of chess, and that's the way he runs the UFC. We've seen it multiple times. Cyborg is the latest one where he's just being a douche about how he talks about her and how she looks like a man or is a man. And then when she complains about it, he's like, see ya. He always thinks he's bigger than UFC, and I feel like he ruins UFC for me. So actually, I mispronounced his name. Sorry, Dana White is my next pick.
Yeah, I don't like Dana too much either.
He looks like a douche. He just looks like he's wearing those stupid white T-shirts. Sometimes he puts a blazer over. He's got that shaved bald head. He makes everybody in UFC, all of his friends, he makes them look like him. It's just everything about him screams douche.
That is true. So I've got an interesting dilemma here. I feel like I've gone all football, and my next pick, I'm kind of leaning towards another football guy. Even though I've got a lot of different sports and different genres.
Well, you've only had
here.
one pick before this, so you've gone all football with one pick.
No, two. I had Art Modell and T.O.
Oh, that's right. We came back around. Sorry.
You're good. So I'm thinking, right now in the NFL, domestic violence is such a hot topic. And
so hot right now.
It is so hot right now. And I can think of many players that have been caught on video. A guy like Ray Rice. But he's not a douchebag because he's come out, he's apologized, he's doing a lot for the league to help encourage awareness around domestic violence. So I felt bad. I can't pick him. Joe Mixon, yeah, he's a douchebag, but not as many people know him. But the one guy that I think everybody knows, and he was caught on video kicking a woman while she was down, and that would be Kareem Hunt.
That's not who I thought you were going to go.
Now, there's plenty of domestic violence incidents in the NFL that we could have selected.
Okay, David Green's up to bat. Now I got to try to remember who that player is that I thought you were going to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to read your mind also. Now,
okay, here we go. I
David
got
Green also went NFL. I mean, you could talk about Johnny Manziel being a college guy, but he's gone football with Money Manziel and Roger Goodell. So the next one.
Oh, I like this one. He's going with, in his opinion, the most hateable coach in any sport, John Calipari. I do like that pick. I do. I really do.
Yeah, that's a quality pick. That is, especially in college basketball, there's a lot of hateable coaches. And if for him to be at the top of that game, good choice there, David.
I can only argue one person, and I won't say who that is. I might actually take that guy as my next pick.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Good
He's
thing
coming
I'm
around with the snake draft, but yeah, I've always hated John Calipari because you feel like he's cheating, right? You know he's got bag man. He's doing something. There's no way you just pull in #1 recruiting class everywhere you go and then everywhere you go, you have NCAA violations, so you bounce. And now he's been at Kentucky, where they have enough money, enough people committed to Kentucky basketball to make sure he doesn't get caught.
He knows what he's doing, and he does it well.
But if they take away this one and done rule, he'll be one and done. There's no way he'll survive college basketball without these one and doners.
Oh, here we go. Floyd Money Mayweather.
Oh,
he likes people
man.
named Money.
He
That's
does.
He really does. I had Floyd on my list. I thought about going Floyd, but I felt like Floyd before Conor.
I felt like I was
been a
going to do it. I felt like I was going to do a double whammy Conor Floyd.
So I you know what? We are going to double whammy it because I'm going to come around. I'm going to let you take your college coach, and I'm going to go with Conor McGregor. Why not? You know I love him, but I love to hate him. Yeah.
In that case, I'll go with the guy that I think is the most hateable coach in any sport. And he used to be a rival of John Calipari's every year, in-state rival, and that is Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino
I knew it.
is
Slick
just
Rick.
sleazy. He's Slick Rick. He's sleazy. He's got just so many bad things about him. He's sitting here. He's like, oh, I didn't know anything about these strippers coming in and, stripping for 17-year-old high school boys and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, come on, dude. The guy is just a greaseball act. It's always made me nervous about Billy Donovan because Billy Donovan played for him in the college and NBA, and he speaks so highly of Rick Pitino, and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, Billy, if you're speaking highly of him, what does that say about you? Luckily, at least during his time at Florida, nothing even remotely close came up to being Rick Pitino-esque. So maybe he just admired him for being a coach and just ignored all of the bad stuff. And then I was going to go with a UFC fighter, but then I remembered this is my last pick, right? This is pick number 5.
Yes,
So
it
I got to
is.
go bigger than this UFC fighter. I got to go with Ohio State himself, Zach Smith.
Nice.
That was his name, right? Zach Smith?
Yeah, that was. I was writing it down.
Yeah.
I didn't have him on my radar, but yes.
I had to pull
you
him
could have
out.
gone Urban.
I could have gone Urban, but I think more people think that Zach Smith's a douchebag than Urban. Urban is a douchebag. Don't get me wrong. But the way that this guy just took it to a whole nother level with his videos and his podcasts and his constant using his kids to have sympathy for him when he's clearly an abusive husband and there's something wrong with him, just makes him that much more of a douchebag than Urban Meyer.
Yeah, I agree. And now I'm going to have to come in with my next pick. And the decisions are rampant here. There are numerous guys.
So many douchebags to pick.
Oh, my gosh.
Sometimes your last pick is worse than the first pick.
And I'm thinking I need to go a different sport. I've got 3 football players, a fighter, boxer / UFC guy. So I think I'm going to have to go baseball. I'm feeling a baseball guy. There's plenty of douchebags in the history of baseball. And this one is probably going to be an unpopular pick, but I'm going to do it anyway. When I say unpopular, a lot of people are not even going to maybe even think about this guy, but I'm going to call him the OG douchebag. Ty Cobb.
Oh,
known as
wow.
being a big-time racist, being a big-time troublemaker, and a lot of people know him as being a good baseball player and a guy that's on an expensive baseball card. But Ty Cobb was the original douchebag in Major League Baseball.
When
From
did
the
he
top
play?
ropes in the early 1900s.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, I didn't know anything about his douchebag. I've always heard the name, but I never looked into it enough. But yes, I'm pretty sure a lot smarter sports fans know who Ty Cobb is and his douchebaggeriness.
Yeah. There were several that were recent years that I was thinking about putting up.
Now, see, I thought you were going to go with A-Rod. And I was like, that's a risky pick because I think A-Rod has kind of done a lot to
Get to be
lessen
likable
his
again.
douchebaggeriness lately.
Yeah, people are starting to like him nowadays. All right, David, you're up, man. You get the last pick here in our draft. He's drafting on Twitter. Thank you for being our draft co-host today, David Green. If you want to hit him up at meangreen_42, tell him how great his picks are. You can do that. And he's tweeting right now at Scout Team Radio. So make sure you check that out. But David Green's coming in hot with his last pick. It looks like it is on the, oh, man. Oh, man, he's going hockey. Let's talk that hockey, Chris America. You want to call it?
All right. Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand? Is that how you say it?
Yep. He says, hoping
Oh, that's the face
slightly
licker,
out
right?
of the box
That is the
pays
face
off,
licker.
and you have enough hockey listeners. Face licker extraordinaire. Yeah, people love hockey on our show. They do. We talk about it a lot. We talk that hockey.
And you're a douchebag if you lick someone's face. Now, what is worse, Ladbeard? Spitting in someone's face or licking? I still think spitting's worse.
Licking, is kind of... It's almost
licking
gross
is
because
like
it's like a
center.
little bit more intimate. You know, it's like...
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
it's only one spot. When you spit, it like sprays.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a solid list. I don't know if you have time, Ladbird, if you need a hard out, but I was gonna say my other pick before I thought of Zach Smith was gonna be John Jones.
Yeah, John Bones Jones is a good one. Now I've got a few here on my list. We'll go 2 minutes over today. And
if David, you want to send us your honorable mentions, you can as well.
All right, so I mentioned baseball. Some of the other names that came up in baseball that I was thinking about, you got John Rocker, known racist, Marge Schott, known racist, Jose Canseco, known douchebag. A lot of names in baseball. Roger Clemens, yep, world-class douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot in baseball. So I was thinking but I decided to go OG with Ty Cobb. Could have done any of the other ones. Tiger Woods, do you think he would have made the list?
Now the guy Tiger Woods, because Tiger Woods was known for being a douchebag even before he cheated on his wife. Always known for being like non-personable, kind of irritable, doesn't really talk to fans much or other players. Now the guy I thought you were going with the NFL was going to be Greg Hardy.
Yeah, Greg Hardy would have been good because now he's in the UFC and he's just total douchebag and definitely known for his domestic violence.
Definitely known for his domestic violence.
Man, the list could go on and on. You know, other football players, Keyshawn Johnson, just give me the damn ball, Keyshawn Johnson. I always thought he was kind of douchey.
Keyshawn Johnson, yeah.
Bill Romanowski.
Right now, Antonio Brown.
Oh, that would have been good. Current events, we should have been all over it.
And then this is a guy that everybody thought was a douchebag, but I think he was misunderstood, is Chad Ochocinco. I think he was just a guy that just liked to have fun, and it rubbed people the wrong way.
Yeah.
Now, if you follow him on Twitter, he's one of the best follows. He constantly asks fans to join him at McDonald's and stuff. I think he's a really cool guy.
Yep. Now, David Green's given his list here. He's got Bryce Harper, A-Rod, Belichick, and Saban. There we go. Thought of
you can go Tom Brady.
Tom
Ndamukong
Brady
Suh's a good one, but too much football. Yeah, too much football. You can't go a little too much football. Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. What about not Kirk Herbstreit? Is Kirk Herbstreit a douchebag?
Yeah, but he's kind of one of those likable douchebags.
Yeah.
But, you know, like it's 50-50. You can't go with a 50-50 split. You need somebody that everybody thinks a douchebag.
And he wasn't really a douchebag as a player. He's been more of a douchebag as a commentator. So he was out of the mix, I think.
Yeah, but is that more the pressures of ESPN? Like this is what
probably.
ESPN wants you to say?
Probably, yeah.
Am I giving him a pass? He doesn't deserve a pass. I'm giving it to him, though.
Yeah.
Well, Chris America, I think it's that time now. We have had a
time to head out
fantastic
for the
show.
weekend.
Thank you, David Green. Happy birthday, Chris America. Thank you
sir.
all to our listeners.
Y'all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you Monday. Great draft. Good topic.
I did. I liked that one.
I always like talking about douchebags. We're going to have to run this one over again.
We could have probably done each individual sport.
We can.
Maybe next time. Yeah, we'll be like, okay, baseball. Okay, football douchebags. That's what we're doing next time.
Sounds
Stay
good.
tuned.